I have three forces. They have different magnitudes. They have different directions. And they're all, I want to know what the resultant force is. Resultant means I need to add them. So I'm going to call them U, V, and W. And if I look at them, they're here. I have one, U is at 30 degrees, V is at 45 degrees, and W is out here at 120. So I want to write what they are. So U is 75 times the cosine of 30 degrees plus I plus sine of 30 degrees J. And V is 100 times the cosine of 45 degrees I plus sine 45 degrees J. And W is 125 times the cosine of 120 degrees I plus sine 120 degrees J. Now we have to use our unit circle, and we know that this is going to be 75 radical 3 over 2, because the cosine of 30 is radical 3 over 2, 75 over 2. And this is going to be 50 radical 2, 50 radical 2, because 100 times radical 2 over 2 is 50 radical 2. And this is going to be, here we have 125 over 2, because cosine of 120 is 1/2, and I'm sorry, it's negative because it's in that second quadrant, and then 125 radical 3 over 2. Okay, so I have my three vectors. If I want to know the resultant, I have to add them all up. So I have to add these all. And yes, it's kind of messy because it's basically going to be all these separate, because I can't add anything together. So my I know what my result is, but if I want to find the magnitude of that sum is the square root of these things squared. So it's the square root of 75 radical 3 over 2 plus 50 radical 2 plus 125 over 2, minus squared plus 75 over 2 plus 50 radical 2 plus 125 radical 3 over 2 squared. The square root of that whole thing, that's a minus sign there. And if you do that, you should get, it's going to be approximately 228.5. So it's 228.5 pounds is the magnitude. So if I just have to add these three, the x term is this and the y term is this. Now to find the direction, I want to add these together. So I know if I do my math, this is 73.1626 and then 216.4639. So if I want to find the magnitude, the direction is just going to be y over x. So tangent of that direction is 216.4639 over 73.1626. Now I know that these are both positive, so I know it's in the first quadrant. I can take the absolute value of that, and theta is going to be the inverse tangent of that over there, which is going to give me 71.3 degrees. So the direction is 71.3 degrees, and it's 228.5 pounds.